exceedingly, abundantly, far above all I could ask or think, believe. Yes, I believe. You say,
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly, abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.
Welcome to another exciting edition of the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. And this is the time that we really interview young people doing exceptionally well on the continent of Africa. And tonight is no exception. Our guest for today is not new on the show. He's been on the show several times. Why? Because we have got so much topic that we want to discuss with him. And it's going to be another amazing discussion. If you are watching us, we want you to share this, like, and comment. Share this to a Facebook page, to WhatsApp, to tag somebody for them to listen to this powerful discussion. Now, before I go on to my guest, I just want to mention some few sponsors of this program. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy, your business training and consulting firm for all your business startup, business development, and helping to strategically position yourself in the marketplace. Also, we also work with students, especially final year students. We help them to really bridge the gap between academia and the world, because the final year students are about to enter into the world. The question is that, do the school really prepare them for the world? No. The school only prepare them for them to excel in the academia. And that is what we come in to bridge the gap. It's an amazing program for all final years in tertiary institutions and colleges. Also, P&Q Personnel, your number one agency for hiring healthcare assistants and nurses based in the UK. ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your trusted import and export company based in Accra. ALS says if you are stranded at the port, call them and they are going to sort you out. Also, ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. ZPay says that they just launched their USSD code for ZPay mobile money, and that is *270#. Just dial it and register for ZPay mobile money. Also, Wheels for Sure. Wheels for Sure says that it doesn't matter your credit history. If you are based in the UK, just contact them and you're going to walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. They have got so many packages for everyone, especially key workers in the UK. That is healthcare health workers. Amazing, amazing package. Contact them. When you contact them, quote T2I 2020. And also, if you want to contact any of our sponsors, the numbers are scrolling on the screen. Take them and contact them. When you contact them and you tell them you got the number from T2Y TV UK, trust me, you are more likely to get a very good deal. Also, if you want to sponsor any of our shows, you are more than happy to do so. Just contact the number for Train to Inspire Consultancy or T2Y TV UK, and we are going to work with you. We always say that a lot of small, medium enterprises cannot go to main media to advertise. And if that is the case, come to us and we are going to help you to really build that business in, because as a consultancy firm, we are going to help you to grow your business. And trust me, it's the best package you can ever have in life. Now, who is the person on the hot seat today? Who do I have here? As I said, this person is not new, and he's been on this show for some few times. And tonight, he's going to come and talk to us about a topic that is impacting the youth. And who is this person that I'm talking about? He's the CEO of 233 Developers LLC USA and Ghana, the president of the African Youth Leaders and Entrepreneurs, Deputy Executive Director, Global Chamber Accra, and also serves as an advisor or strategic consultant for numerous startups and SME. What are we going to talk about? He is in the person of Peter Enimil. Please welcome to Step Out Youth Impact Zone, and you are live on T2I TV UK.
Thank you so much, Oscar. It's a pleasure to be here again.
How has your day been? How is it?
Oh, I've been resting. You know. But by God's grace, everything has been okay. I've been okay. So thank God for all the life you have and for your life too. Yes, a few days ago was your birthday. Happy belated birthday, Oscar.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The birthday has been overwhelming, and I really thank everybody for really taking their time to really wish me that good, happy birthday. Now we're going to talk about the role of the youth in developing the Africa we desire. Yes. Now, when you mention Africa, the next thing that comes is poverty. Now, you know this guy that has been signed at Arsenal at the moment.
Yes.
And the Sun newspaper was really writing an article about him, and all they could say was his poverty background.
Wow.
And that is the Africa we see. That is the Africa the West know. That is the Africa they have indoctrinated the young black people to understand that, look, where you come from, there is nothing to write about. Now, whose fault is this?
So, well, whose fault is it? It is a collective effort for all of us to be poor, you know. We've collectively done this. It's all of us our fault. It's the media, their fault. It's the people of Africa, it's the leaders, our fault. It's the youth, it's the past, our ancestors, it's their fault. Africa is meant to be a land of or a land of prosperity. For a big continent like this with 54 countries or 55 countries, I don't think we should be classified as poor. But then and again, that is what we've allowed them to portray. Now, if you put your hand in somebody's mouth, the person can bite you anytime the person wants. You see, if you sleep with dogs, you expect fleas to be in your home every time. That is what we've allowed to happen to us as Africans. We slept with dogs and then we are complaining about the fleas. What the sun wrote, I'm not shocked. It's nothing new to me. I've seen it several times. I've heard people speak about this several times. So when I saw it in the media and the news and stuff, I wasn't really surprised. One of the things that really got to me was how did they know the guy comes from a poverty-stricken home? Mm-hmm. Is it truly because he comes from a poverty-stricken home, or truly because this is what they are depicting to the rest of the world? Now, while it may be true that the guy might not come from a very rich home or prosperous home, the home he's coming from, the land he's coming from is not exactly poor. The land he's coming from is not even like an undeveloped land. He's coming from a developing land, which is in competition with China. as we all know, China is a developing country. But they wouldn't dare call China a what? A poverty-stricken country, or a Chinese man a poverty-stricken man. Why are they calling Africans poverty-stricken? Because we allowed this to be so. Because we couldn't write our narratives. Because back in the day, the use of those times, which is the grown folks of today, didn't change the narrative of that time. It is up to us. It has been bestowed upon us forcefully to change the narrative. So that's what they know. That's what they think. That's what they believe. To them, what you have is theirs, so you have nothing.
But don't you think we also, the image we put out there is that kind of image? Don't you
The
think
truth of the matter,
don't you think we are substantiating what they are saying? Because what I can say is that we as African people, everything, for example, we put on this new era of social media is always the negatives about us. Hardly we do portray any positives about us.
true. It's very true. It's like you learn what you are taught. We are showcasing to them what they showcase to us to showcase to them.
Mm.
You get the thing? We are showcasing to them what they told us to tell them. And now we are telling them what they need to hear, what they want to hear. We can change the narrative. It's up to us to change the narrative. It's our fault we've even allowed this in the first place, for us to be called a poverty-stricken home. Where I live in Ghana, you cannot come to this neighborhood and call it poverty-stricken. You cannot come to that place and call it, that street, and call it poor people living over there. Potentially, the houses on the street alone could be worth more than most places in London. But why are we not showcasing such places to the world? Why are we showcasing the point in Dando, the Wenjak, the Northern, some part of the remote areas in Ashanti, some part of remote areas in Accra, the filthy areas in Accra, filthy remote areas in the Northern region, when there are better places in Tamale, better infrastructure in Tamale, better infrastructure in Accra, better things in Ebri that no one in the world could actually afford to even have. But why are we showcasing to them this other part? Like you said, is our problem. But we learn from them. Our grown folks didn't teach us better. Our own selves too, we are not teaching ourselves better. We could do better, we could know better. We can be better so they can do us better. But then again,
Wow. That is a very powerful statement to make. And I believe we've got to learn, and we've got to learn fast, isn't it?
yes, we've got to actually unlearn first. We've really got to unlearn, we've got to learn, relearn, and adapt to our learning. Because we feel like Africa is a poor country, a poor continent, sorry. But I don't think so. In my own mind, I don't believe Africa can ever be a poor continent. We supply 90% of the world cobalt. How in the Lord's name are we going to be the poorest? All mobile phones in the world need something that only Africa can produce. How in God's name are we being portrayed as the most poor continent in the world, as the poorest continent in the world? We have gold. 1/10 of the world's gold is in Africa. In Ghana alone, we can supply 1/10 of the world's gold. How are we being called poor? Bauxite. We've got a lot of minerals. We've got a lot of natural resources. The only thing we don't have in Africa that I think we must learn to have is resourcefulness, not the resources. For the resources,
but why do you think we've got all those things, but we are still struggling?
Because we gave it up. I have a Caucasian shepherd. I have a local breed of dog. I have something. I've got money. You come to me, give me a mirror. It started 600 years ago. I have it. You come to me, give me a mirror. You take my gold. Then you turn around to come and call me poor. If I was telling somebody today that if you allow a fool to roast rotten animal and give it to you and feed you that rotten animal, the fool will tell you that your mouth is stinking. And it's not because your mouth is actually not stinking or your mouth was stinking before. Because currently, as we are speaking, you've eaten a rotten animal given to you by the same person that says your mouth stinks. Hence, your mouth stinks, and it is true that your mouth stinks. Wow. We take the mirror, and then we give them the gold. We give them our youth, our youthful life, and then they come for the money. We build companies, and then we hand it over to them. Heck, we don't even build a company for us to hand it over to them. They come and they show us what we are supposed to do on our land, and then we allow them to do it freely. Look at China. Look at America. Look at the UK. We have ornaments and artifacts which are purely Ghanaian. Ashantis, ornaments and artifacts which are African artifacts in the Museum of London. How is that possible? What did the Londoners make? They couldn't make nothing of themselves. How are we giving them? How do we have our artifacts stolen? Yet it belongs to them. Now it costs millions of dollars. You can't have it. I can't have it. We can't fight for it. They're stronger. They're powerful. They use our money to build power, and then they control us with our own thing. And they change our narrative. They change our narrative for us. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised that they can do this to us. They've done worse than that. If we don't change the narrative ourselves, they will keep doing it to us. And they will do it, and they will rightfully do it so. They'll be right in doing so. Because we as Africans have chosen not to help ourselves. And have chosen not to change the narratives. So whatever goes comes in.
But do you think we are ready to change the narrative?
I think we are, step by step, we are learning to unlearn certain things. We are trying. You know, some of us will want to change the narrative. Some of us will not want to change the narrative. But come May what, we still need to change the narrative, whether we agree onto it today or we don't agree onto it. Because we have 183 years to change that narrative. It's not going to change today. But we definitely can put the foundation down. At least now people are now showcasing some parts of Africa, which is now giving people a new hope. I don't know if you've heard of Wadi Maya or something. He shows some people in China where this what do you think this city is in? They said, oh, maybe some part in Europe or America. They said, no, this is in Africa, this country. They showed them a part of Accra. They say, what do you think this place is? Oh, some part of America. No, this is Ghana. And people were surprised. Chinese people were surprised. They were shocked. How would they be shocked? Because all they see is poverty-stricken things. They see, you see, UNICEF, USA. I think we should ban all those people from even coming to Africa in the first place. Why do I think so? All their advertisements are preposterous. They showcase poverty to the world. We are not poor people. We might not have that much money, but we are never poor people. We've got the brains. We've got the power. Maybe our leaders made a mistake. Maybe our ancestors made a mistake. But we as the youth, we as the people developing Africa now, we will change that narrative. And it starts with them changing those kinds of advertisements. If they don't change those advertisements, how are we going to do it? We have to take over their countries, and we can't go back and do certain things, certain nasty things they do to us. We don't want to do that. We are not in the mood for wars. We are not in the mood for quarrel. We are not in the mood for fight. All we ask is allow us be Africans. Allow us do what is right for our continent. If you ever want to step in Africa and do something right for Africa, make sure it stays right and it stays in Africa. And if you send something out of Africa, USAID, UN, whatever, UNESCO, whatever it is, organization it is, do it the same way you do for your own hometown. There are many homeless people in America. There are many homeless people in America. But when we showcase America, we don't talk about the homeless. And even so, when they showcase the homeless people, they show only the blacks. Look at the story. You see? So it comes to the point that we are the poor people, when in fact, we are not even poor. When in fact, some of these people, 50% of the people living in London cannot even afford to buy a house in East Legon, in Jowulu, in cantonments. But they still call us poor. Why is it so? We have allowed them. We got to change it. And we will change it. We are ready. We are ready. We have to. It has been bestowed upon us to change the narrative. And we must.
Do you think we know who we are?
That is a very, very deep question. Do we know who we are? We think we know what we can do, but we don't know who we are. A person don't know what he is or who he is will not even stand there for somebody to degrade them. If I know who I am, I know what power I have. And if I have enough power, then I can use my power wisely. And if I can use my power wisely, then who are you to tell me who I am? So yes, we might know what we can do, but we don't exactly know who we are. And it starts from there. We are the most powerful people on the planet Earth. We have the most things that the world needs. If we stop all people from producing cobalt, we are locked out in the world. Technology will cease. Bauxite, the whole world will stop. Gold, the world will cease. If we stop certain things, trade. Let's seize Africa. If Africans decide to stop trading with any other country, any other continent in the world, let's see how they'll survive. If we decide to flush out all foreigners in Africa, let's see how they'll survive. If we decide to bring back everything they've taken from our lands, let's see how they will survive. Now, do we know who we are? We don't. Do we know what we can do? Yes, we do. But are we willing to take that step? It is up to us to show us the right way. It's up to us. We got to produce the right way for ourselves. We don't have to sit down and watch them produce the way for us. If I can carve a way for you, I'll tell you where your destination will be. So what if we carve our own way? What if we create our own path? What if we do what is right for Mother Africa? The country and the continent needs us. We need ourselves. So we have to. We have to. Oscar, we have to.
But why are we not capitalizing on all these things that you mentioned for us to really position ourselves, like to have a competitive advantage for us to control the market? Why are we not capitalizing on it?
Ancient of days, as old as you are, we never change. So we've put in our minds that this is what everybody sees me. You see, the power of thought, if you think negative about yourself, it really can control you. The power of thought is what has killed Africans the most. Now, they say we are poor people. We realize that, okay, now we want to go and live in another man's land and another man's country when they are saying we are poor people. Fine, it's not bad, you know. But then they come to our country and still come and rule us and tell us that, hey, you are nothing, you mean nothing. And we believe we mean nothing and we are nothing. Hence, we act accordingly. If you find somebody that is not sick and you feed the person with even fake drugs, trust me, the person will fall sick, the sickness you're talking about. If somebody is sick, and this thing that I'm talking about, they did it with diabetic patients. They did it with people that were diabetic. They gave them fake drugs. It was just nothing. It was a shell. They fed them morning and evening, and they gave other diabetic people the correct drugs. The people that had no diabetes healed up. How? They felt in their mind they were eating, they were taking in good drugs, good medication. It was only a shell, nothing, just water and salt and sugar, nothing extra. They got healed. The power of the mind is so powerful that we've been controlled with it. If I can control your mind, I can control everything you are about, including your children and your family. I can control you, I can control your existence, I can control your country, I can control everything about you. We should just let our wiring change. If we change our wiring, because of the way we are wired forwardly. We grew up knowing that we mean nothing to the world. And we pick it upon ourselves that we mean nothing to the world. And we act accordingly that we mean nothing to the world. Oscar, that's our biggest problem. So most of us are trying, some are breaking the chains. You know, it's a very big boundary, it's a very big chain. Some people have been able to escape the narrative, they've been able to escape the chain. They've broken the boundary, they've broken the chains. Others are still lurking beneath the shadow and crying in the chains. You know, while some people are breaking it, some people are not. And we need all of us to break the chain. We need all of us to understand what we can do. We need all of us to be able to change our narrative, else we are not going anywhere. Some people have tried, they've done it. Some of us, we are trying, we will do it. Some of us can try, they will die before the time. Some of us will definitely try, and their children will be the ones to make it. But still, the try must happen. We can't fault on it. We can't stop on it. The try must happen.
Because it looks like, for example, we are even divided, we cannot even work together. How can we see the Africa we want to see even if we are not united? Because the success of our existence depends on we living in unity for us to really build what we want to build as a continent.
No.
But we seem to even be divided.
Yes, we seem to be scrambling. I think that's the most accurate word. We seem to be scrambling for the pieces that is left. And now, forgetting that while you scramble, you see, if you ever put food down, right, for monkeys to come and eat, lots of bananas, lots of bread for monkeys to come and eat, you find out that they scramble, hence some of the banana fall down. What if we take our time and say, hey, we've got lots of banana, it will satisfy all of us. We don't have to step on the banana, we don't have to step on the bread. We'll take one after the other, break it and share. Take it. Okay, you come for yours, you take yours. You do whatever you can do, you do to help. We are scrambling. And whenever there's a scramble anywhere, whenever people are fighting for things, they tend to have disunity. Whether it is land, whether it is money, whether it is minerals, whether it is even intelligence, or even patented products, or even something creative. So long as there's scrambling over there, we tend to lose. If we could only focus on the goal, and the goal not being selfish, us being selfish and keeping things to ourselves, and not being developing our continent for the future generation, then I don't think all these things would happen. We wouldn't scramble no more. We would fight no more. It might take time for us to really comprehend that unity is key. It is essential for us to be united on the forefront. At least, even if the world is divided, let us as Africans be united to the world. If we can be united to the world, then we can develop our own place. At least one day at a time, one step at a time. Let's develop one continent. It's only one continent we have. How long should it take to develop only one continent? Not so long.
Has the leadership failed us?
They failed us brutally. And I wouldn't leave anybody. They failed us brutally. They failed us fatally and brutally. Now we are picking up our pieces ourselves. We are learning ourselves. Our leadership have been of little to no support. You see, the most failed leadership in Africa, I'm sorry to say, but it's the French leadership. They failed their country people so much. Why am I saying this? Why would you carry lots of your money to France? For what for? How do you owe them? They ruled you, they're still ruling you now. They're ruling your mind, they're ruling your money. Look at Ghana, for example. Our leaders have failed us. Why am I saying this? Why are we putting off our best resources like Atiwa Forest? Why are we giving it out? On what grounds are we giving Atiwa Forest out? Chinese to who? But we still got to till the land, innit? That's what they're trying to do. Telling us it will create jobs. Jobs for who? Who needs jobs in Africa? We need to develop, we need to keep our resources for the future generation. If we are creating jobs for ourselves and you're not even helping us create the jobs, and you want to now come and give us your jobs so you can dictate to us how our pension is going to be by sending the majority of the money to China. All because you loaned from them? Who need the loan anyway? Where is the money? What are we doing with it? We failed ourselves. We put our mineral resources down and then we give it to people to come and take as collateral for loan, knowing perfectly well that they will destroy it for us. They've done it to the gold. They've done it to cobalt. They've done it to bauxite. They've done it to many minerals. Why are we doing this? We are killing ourselves. Slowly, but surely we will get there. If we don't change it, they failed us brutally. The taxes, preposterous. The living condition, preposterous. The leadership structure, outlandish. How they even talk to them, how they treat their own citizens, preposterous. It's ludicrous. How can a leader only see his people only when there is election? Why do leaders only go to their people only when there is election? What happened to building infrastructure during your term period? What happened to helping your citizens during your term period? Why must you give me rice and stew only when you want me to vote for you? I'm not voting for you no more. I'll vote for my future. I'll vote for my children, never for you and your family. They failed us, Oscar.
But I think, do we know the value? Because look, I was watching a documentary, and in Congo, some of these people that do illegal mining or galamsey, when they mine the diamond and they take it to these people, actually they are Asians, for them to buy them, they don't even know the value of the diamond they have.
Wow.
So I can say the resources that we are even talking about, we don't even know the value of the resources that we have.
Yeah, that is why I said it's not even about the resources, it's about the resourcefulness. You see, most of us complain about what we don't have and everything, but we don't complain about what we are. See, if you are resourceful enough, not that you have resources, if you are resourceful enough, you can create whatever resource you want to create. You can build certain things that you'll be shocked. You see, currently people don't even know the value of anything. Like you rightly said, how would you be able to sell $1 million product for only $1,000? $1 million CD product for 1,000 CD, just because you don't know. A friend came to me yesterday and said, P, I want to sell my phone. I said, why are you selling your phone? He said, I need 1,000 CDs. So I'm going to sell my iPhone. I said, okay. Everybody that comes to me to tell me that I want to sell my phone, if I find out your phone is worth more than that, I'll buy it and I'll keep it. I don't like those smartphones and stuff. My phone is very simple. This is my phone. Simple phone. Yeah, I've got all them gadgets and stuff which I keep around and stuff. But I buy it to teach them a lesson. That if you do not know what you have, you will lose what you should have gotten that you never even had. Your resourcefulness, you need money for only a few days. So why would you want to just throw away something you've had for a year when that money will not even last a week? Why would you want to sell something of value for less just because you think you're going through turmoil for a week. No, hold on to it. Find out the precise value of the product you have. Sell it if you must, and only if you must. Other than that, retain it and use it wisely. If you've got minerals, if you've got things that you have, if you've got services, if you've got products that you must sell, please, at all costs, make your market research. Do analysis on whatever it is you have. Analyze your own brain. One of the things we fail to do, we fail to analyze our brain. You see, failing to think is a very, very critical thing. You know, most people don't think, or they think, but they actually don't think. You see, so we must really go deep into ourselves and really start to think about what we think about. Or we must think about what we think about. Because if you don't do that, you lose something which is valuable. You go and give your Africa out to the Europeans. They've done it. Christopher Columbus, he came. He showed this to us. You see, Trevor Noah made a very jokey stuff, you know, like some joke on, you know, some comedic stuff. But I picked the seriousness out of it. He said, what happens if when the British first came to Africa and they did pam panana, we also treat them like the way they are treating us today. Where is your passport? Who issued the visa to you? What are you come to do? How many days are you living over here? Okay. How long do you want to stay? Why are you coming to stay over here in the first place? What happened to your country? What do you do in your country? If we treated them the same way they are treating us now, when you want to go to US Embassy, thinking as if we wanted to come to their country in the first place, as if we loved their country. No, we didn't like it. You came to tell us how beautiful your country is. So we want to see how beautiful it is. Now when you're coming, you're asking us what you're coming to do. What if we asked you the same question when you came to Africa to come and steal our gold, of which you stole our gold? What if we did the same thing to you? You see, it is time. We must learn how to do that now. We must really learn how to do that now. We must learn how to do that now. So if you don't know what you have in Africa, they are coming. Now they are coming. We've invited them. Oh, come China, come Russia, come America, come UK, come, all of you. Luxembourg, come. We are Africa. We will entertain you. Neocolonialism. We will entertain you. Come and do to us what you did 500 years ago. We don't even care about our own people. Oh, we are the leaders. Don't worry. We'll give you the tax-free. But we will tax our people so you can give 60% of your whatever you have, send it to your country, use the remaining 40%, remaining 30% out of the remaining 40% on your family and on your children abroad, and then give us the 10% through salaries. Don't worry, we will not even tax you for it. We are tax-free, so long as you are bringing $1 million to come in and develop in our country. Oh, don't worry, give us a loan of $2 billion. Oh, we are not crying. No. We need the money. We need to build dams and then bridges and everything. Please, we beg you, when you are coming, bring 80% of your workforce to come and build the dam over here. No, we don't even know anything called steel. What is steel? We don't have steel in our country. No. So bring your steel from that China, where we took your $2 billion. We will still buy. We use part of the $2 billion to buy your steel. Oh, don't worry. The shipping, you not even pay duty. I promise you not pay duty. That is what our leaders are doing. I promise you not pay duty. Oh, come, develop the bridge for us, and we'll still pay you back the $2 billion that we took from you 50 years to come with our bauxite. See how preposterous it is? That is how we are living.
But do you think what all these things you are saying, is there anything good ahead of us?
No. If we keep doing this, if you keep on being what you've always been, nothing will change for you. If you keep on doing what you've always done, you keep on being what you've always been. In other words, nothing will change for you. But if one wise leader somewhere says, hey, even if you want to take the loan, I'm not saying don't take loan, right? Even if you want to take the loan and say, hey, the loan I'm taking from you, everything must be built over here, everything must be bought over here, all the developers must be used for my country. In other words, the $2 billion I'm taking from you, the maximum that will leave is even just like $15 million to retain in your country. The rest must stay here. So I develop my people who will be able to get money to pay me tax. So I can now pay you back. We don't do it that way. I used to, we see the Chinese and then all these people, we are happy. Yay! We are getting new land. We are getting new bridge. NPP, NDC, political party. They are happy because the bridge has been built, forgetting that they are paying with their money. The bridge was built on your children's wealth. That hospital was built with your children's wealth. You see, your children's children, and they will go to curse you. that my father and their leaders, they were stupid people. And indeed, we would be stupid if we allow it to happen. So
does it mean that we don't know how to negotiate, or we are too greedy?
we are selflessly greedy. You see, we are selflessly greedy. This is how we are. Oh, I am not greedy. I am doing it for my people, but don't worry, let the money come to my pocket. You see, they're doing it like they are doing it for you, but let the money come to my pocket. So you come and pay later. 80 years down the line, your bloodline will pay. We are selflessly greedy. And it takes a whole lot of effort. It takes the youth, the people of today. You see, 50 years from today, in by 2075, 2070, 2065, thereabouts, 60% of the youth, of the people in Africa will be under the age of 25. So if we cannot fortify ourselves right now, so that those days, 45 years, 40 years, 50 years to come, those people will have something good enough to sit on, to stand on, to develop our continent, then we can't build further, because the youth is the progress. The youth is our progress bar is the youth. Our progressiveness is all resides on the youth. Our leaders would do nothing for us. They can't do nothing for us. So we gotta fight. We are youth. We are young. 35 years old, 40 years old, 25 years old, 15 years old, 12, even 10 years old. We are still young. Even 42 years, you are still young. 45, you are still young. Man, we can do something to help the continent of Africa. I don't care how old you think you are. Classify yourself as a youth and think like a youth should think and must think, not like the youth do think. We must think like the youth must and should think. Think progressively.
We're having some challenges. I think we're having some challenges with our guests, so we will come back very soon. We'll just go for a quick commercial break.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say,
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly far above all I could ask or think.
All right, welcome back. We just have a bit of a technical hitch, but that is Africa interview we are having. We don't even have a solid internet that is going to even sustain a 1 hour interview. And can you imagine this time and age? This time and age, if you don't have a very good internet, how can the young people on the continent even succeed? And these are some of the challenges, and this is why we have the Step Out Youth Impact Zone. That is to really share the things that is impacting the young people on the continent of Africa. And tonight I have got Peter Enimil discussing the role of the youth in developing the Africa we deserve and we deserve. And look, I'm enjoying the discussion. Trust me, man. It's a very powerful discussion, and I think you were really making some statement in there. If you can continue.
Yeah. So you see, so we have just shot ourselves in the foot, because years down the line, we are going to regret whatever decision we've made. Now we complain about the ancient of days, the people from the past. We complain about the people from the past when we ourselves too, we are not making the needed move to make us work right. When we go for negotiation, like somebody said right now, we don't put the right people on there. We just put the politicians. Politicians are not businessmen. Politicians are only they study political science. What do they know about financial mathematics? What do they know about projections? We don't put the right people on there. We don't put the right people in the forefront of anything. Look at all these people we have in power. They go to school, they just become politicians, they do one or two things, they study political science, then they come and dictate how our business life is supposed to be. Even the parliamentarians, they enact laws, they don't know anything about law. They've not even fully read the whole constitution that they're going to even work on. They've not read it. But then again, they're enacting laws. They're amending laws. They just go to the parliament house, they say whatever they want to say. They open their vocal cavity and speak anyhow they want to speak. I mean, even if they don't go, at the end of the month, they'll get their money. So they also don't go. We need the right people to be able to do certain things for us. We need the youth to go to school, to study hard, to master themselves, and stand up and say, hey, it's our time. We can do it, and we will do it. And we must do that. So we need to step forward, Oscar.
But it's quite interesting in terms of getting the right people to do the right job.
Yes.
Now, what is so difficult about it?
Nothing. Oscar, nothing. The right people will come to the door. They'll tell them that you're not my family member. Or, I don't know who brought you here. I've seen it with my own eyes. And behold, I've seen the reward of the wicked too in that respect. The right people can have the right qualification and everything intact. They will go, who brought you here? Oh, I came here myself, say, I've got the CV, look at it for me. Okay, you drop it there. You just drop it there and leave. Then, my cousin will complete university with no degree. Like one of the ministers is doing. My cousin will just complete school and then they will put their children in the Flagstaff House, or in the leadership place, or in the ministries, or in the presidential, whichever country it is, they'll put them there. They'll just ship them there. They'll ship their family members in there. And this is something which has been happening in ancient of days, from the beginning till today. The right people we must hire, the right people we must put in the forefront, the right people we must give the jobs to, we don't give it to them. We think we know everything, but we know nothing. And then the right people will be lacking behind, losing hope. Somebody wants to start a company, you go to AMA. They'll ask you to pay some humongous amount of money, ridiculous amount of money, that if you have gone to someone's country to go and establish it. There was a time I was bringing an investor here. All we needed was, say, $200,000 to do a very good business that today could have yielded more than $500 million. Do you know what they told us? They told us for that foreign investor to come and invest in me, the person must pay, was it $200,000 or $500,000? And the person was like, why would I want to pay that such amount of money when I want to only give you $200,000? I wouldn't pay. Bye-bye. The person left. You must pay this amount of money to come and invest in me? An African in my own country? No. You see, it's part of the thing. It's all part of it. They're all part of it. You see, Oscar, they're all part of it.
But even in these institutions like FDA and all those kind of stuff, if you have got a product you want to go and test, the frustration in our institution and the kind of charges, it's quite frustrating. So how can the youth with good ideas, how can they even bring it off the ground? I remember I interviewed a young guy who has started, this, how do you call it? Is it Tom Brown, yeah?
Yeah.
And the frustrations he has to go through for his business to be really have this signature from the FDA, the frustration alone, it has to take him like 2 to 3 years. And if simple things, and now this young guy's business is supplying some states in the US, he's in about 5 to 6 regions in Ghana, supplying, employing about 15 people. And this is a young person running his own small business. Why do you make things so difficult? And you see, these are some of the frustrations we are talking about.
Yeah.
Is it going to work? Are we really going to really see the Africa we want to see?
We will. We will if it starts today. If we start today. The youth. I keep talking to people We young people, we are young. We are not even 60 years. I mean, 60 years, that's when we tend to become like a bit of adults. You know, we are young. Me, I see 60 years as that's when your life is turning around to become an adult. Now we are still youth. If you are below 60 years, 54 years, 55 years, you are still a youth. My friend, use your youthful age wisely. If we today, we start that, hey, we are learning better, we must know better, we must be selfless and not selfish. And that whenever somebody wants to do something, we implement the right process, the right fee. We don't have to charge preposterous bills. We don't have to charge people ridiculously. We don't have to just take bribes and, you know, we shouldn't be corrupt. We shouldn't be selfish and self-centered. If we start to say that, hey, we are going to take this amount of money and we are going to help you do whatever you have to do, or we are not even going to take any money in the first place because you're a startup, and we'll help you set up your company in the right order. Move forward. 3 years down the line, we'll do it. Belgium does it. They don't take anything from you. Register a company. That's it. That's it. Netherlands, they do it. The KBK, they do it. Don't do much. You're a young person, start your company. We need you to grow, develop yourself. So after 2 years, you start paying tax and etc. In Africa, I have a friend, the same situation you're describing, Sakiti. He went through the same thing. He stopped. He stopped. See, when I tested the guy's Tom Brown, I tell you, my mom's Tom Brown is not as nice as the guy's Tom Brown. When I tested the Tom Brown the guy made in, that he brought to me that, P, this is what I want them to testify for me. But it's taking enough time. I don't think I can go on. They've taken a lot of my money. I can't do it again. I'm stopping. He quit. Sadly, this is a big business that could have happened. It took him years. 1.5 years, nothing was happening, so he stopped. He stopped. No certification. Why would I keep up? And he's paying money here and there. Today he's going to pay 800 cedis over here. Tomorrow he's going to pay this much money over here. I know somebody that wants to register a business in Liberia. 6 months. Nothing. How?
It's quite crazy. It's quite crazy that, for example, I was registering a company in Ghana. I just have to leave it. That is the frustration. And you are the same people who made the mistake. I didn't make the mistake because I didn't input anything. It's just a matter of you making the changes on your system. And these are some of the frustration the young people are really suffering on the continent. And because you are talking about year of return, by year of return, when people will come and be frustrated, how do you expect people to invest their money? You bring all these celebrities, they will come. When they come and see the system, they are going to run away. Why? Because you haven't put down measures that is going to make things easier for people to succeed.
Yes, the measures is what we have to, you know, put down. And it's not even just the measures. It's putting down the measures and enforcing the measures to stay right. Now, I can tell you, oh, today you don't have to pay me tax. The government did it. The Ghana government did it. They tried it. They told us that you don't have to pay tax when you establish a company. I referenced a person to go there. I heard that you don't have to pay tax when you register a company in Ghana, new, and you're under 30 years old or you're something of the sort for 5 years. They told the person that it doesn't work that way. There's a whole lot of process you have to go through that, and you have to be exporting your products to abroad before you can do that. What the heck am I doing export my products abroad? Why do I have to export my product abroad before I can get tax free? What if I don't export I'm just making things for Ghanaians? Why can't I just be a young person, 24 years, 22 years, 18 years, doing something for my country and making the money out of it? You set up a fintech in Nigeria, they'll ask you to produce $5 million. Where are you going to get the $5 million from? You see, it's a whole lot of things that we must put in place and enforce. That, hey, we're actually going to have to give tax free to our young people, and we need to make it stay as such for 5 years. So they can run their company, they can run their corporation, they can hire people, they can do certain things. The COVID-19 relief that Ghana was supposed to give. People apply for the COVID-19 relief, whatever. Now the COVID itself has slept. The COVID is sleeping somewhere in Pakistan or somewhere in America, relaxing. Say, I'm no longer interested again. Relaxing itself. And we are still, the COVID-19 relief hasn't come yet. And the people that received their COVID-19 relief received only 10% of whatever they asked for. If 10% could have done anything for me, why would I come for your money? If I need 75,000 Ghana cedis and you're giving me 7,500, what am I using it for? What for? Why should I take it? Why should I take it? If I need 75,000 cedis to boost my business and you're giving me 7,500, why should I take it? You see, we have a long way to go. And the long way could be short if we could actually be reasonable and could be influential in a way. And it starts with us. We are going to live longer than the people are going to live. We are going to live longer than the people are ever going to live.
Wow. I think I've got some few comments here. Collins Gamelli says negotiation. Our problem is that we do not send the experts folks or stroke folks with the know-how to do the negotiations for us, but the politicians. Then also Michael Opeyemi says maybe we should redefine the word youth according to the AU Charter. A youth is a young person between 18 to 35 years. UN says is 15 to 24. Thank you, Michael, for that. And time is fast spent, and trust me, when the conversation is good, time really runs. But what is the Africa you want to see?
Personally, I want to see Africa developed by Africans. I want to see an Africa where we don't you go online and you type Africa, you Google Africa, you see that Africa is a place which is flourishing, developing. I want to see an Africa with a narrative of the best place to go. I want to see an Africa with a narrative of the richest people. I want to see an Africa with a narrative of the most successful businesses. I want to see Africa where there is political stability. I want to see Africa where the youth are making something of themselves and not just living their life one day at a time with no purpose or no vision. I want to see an Africa where you come in and you not see anything so bad. You not see people killing themselves. Like we are not killing ourselves. I'm glad. This is one of the things that Africa has, peace of mind. We are not doing much to destroy ourselves like most people are doing outside of Africa. It's one of the good things we have. Maybe we have a little bit negativity here and there, which can be changed. But that's the kind of Africa I want to see. An Africa free from violence. An Africa free from political bias. An Africa free from political influence from the West. An Africa free from debt. Debt trap that we are putting ourselves in. An Africa must be free from that. An Africa where the youth will stay right and the youth will stay on course. And the youth will develop themselves in a way that we can develop the continent even better than the West has done. Because the West, they've done well. We can do better than them, and we will do better, and we must do better than them.
So do you think the youth have got a role to play in this?
Yes, I do believe. Yeah, we've got a big role. It all falls on us, like I've been saying, it falls on us. We've been forcefully bestowed the heaviest job on the planet Earth to develop a continent which is halfway developed. And the other half is being taken by the people that want to define what we must be. We must take it by force, and we will take it by force and develop it ourselves. And when we take it, we must make sure that everything goes right. Like I told you, in 50 years, 40 years, 35 years, 60% of the African population are going to be under 24 years, 25 years. Under 35 will probably be around 65% or 60%, 75% or 70%, I mean. Now, if all these young people can put a collective effort to make sure that we push or we shove the negativity out and we put in only positivity and hard work. You see, hard work pays off. Smart work pays double. We got to put in that effort and say we're working hard and smart. So we get the triple salary. So we get the triple payment. Now, when we put this together and we develop ourselves, we put away all those political biasness. We put away all the political dependency. We put away all this negativity. We put away all this negativity. All this, I am nothing, my country is not doing anything, my leaders are saying this. No, we are going to be the leaders. So as future leaders, what must we do? As future leaders, what must we do? We are going to be the leaders of Africa tomorrow. So if we are going to be the leaders of Africa tomorrow, then we must make sure today we do something which is right. If we don't do that, and we will start complaining about Africa, we will be thinking Africa means nothing, and etc. So we are the youth, and it is up to the youth to develop the continent of Africa. It is up to the youth to develop the continent Africa. It is up to us. And aside us even thinking of that, we need to really stay on course to become resourceful. Oscar, we have to be resourceful. We have the resources. We go to school. See, we have degree. I don't remember where my certificate is. I know it's with my mom. I don't know where. I've never seen my certificate after I took it from my mom. I haven't seen it again. She paid the school fee, so it's her own. She has finished paying. I don't need it anymore. Now I'm using that not that resource I have, which is my degree certificate. I'm using the resourcefulness, which is my brain, to now develop myself, to be able to develop my country, to be able to develop my continent. If all you could turn their minds to that, develop yourself so you can develop your country, so you can develop your continent. We wouldn't sit down for somebody to come and give us a mirror and tell us that that mirror is worth the price of gold. Or somebody will come and do us pam pam, nah, I've come, give me everything you have. Or, oh, come and take $2 billion from me. And then I'll come and build some hydrosign or whatever it is in your country. And then I'll use my own people to do it. If we can develop ourselves, we can become better engineers. We can become better politicians. We are the youth. Sooner or later, one day, somebody my age is going to be the president. Somebody, my mate, one of them is probably going to be obviously, one person has to be the president when we are growing up. The current president of Ghana was once like me. If he had changed his mind then, things would have changed today. All the presidents of Africa have been passed through our age. If they had changed their minds over there, then everything would have changed today. Dynamism. So we have to change. We have to change today. We have to push, we have to study, we have to work out, we have to understand. Not that you study today and when you reach the table or when you reach the seat of the legends, you say that, oh, now I'm on the seat of the legends, so I have to do whatever the old people did, bully the young ones, and then destroy Africa even more. No. We have to change, and then when we reach there, we'll use that change to cause a very big effect. It's called the ripple effect. If it affects today, it will affect our tomorrow.
Wow. It means that the youth have also got a role to play in developing the kind of Africa we want to see.
Yes.
Those ahead of us have done their part. We have also got our part to play to really see the Africa we want to see. I've got some few comments here. Let me read them. Then we'll bring this to a close. I have got Michael saying that the Africa we want to see is the Africa we create. The youth has a key role to play in development. I agree with that, Michael. Then Collins Gamali says, Michael I Conquer was going to recommend this book. I think he has given the link of the book. Then also, Michael also said, yes, youth inclusion can be a solution because of the dynamic nature of every young person. We need to concentrate on capacity building and skills development. The world's largest potential workforce is African youth. Viva youth. That is very powerful contribution from Michael. And trust me, as usual, I've always enjoyed this discussion. And I believe you also enjoyed it if you are watching us. And if you are watching us for the first time, we want you to like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, share this discussion for somebody to really enjoy it as well. Because our mandate and our objectives is to really inspire the young people on the continent using their own age group who are doing exceptionally well to really share their story to inspire other young people. Some young people on the continent have already given up. And if they have given up, it means that the continent will not maximize its potential. So we have brought this series on the Step Out Youth Impact Zone to really cause a lot of young people on the continent and in the diaspora to really share their stories, to really inspire other young people. And that is our mandate. Our mandate is to collectively change the narrative. And the narrative starts from changing the mindset and the perception of the people through discussion, and also over time bring support system to young people for their dreams to come to pass. So this platform has got a mission. We will not always be having discussion. We will transition from discussion to really bring support to the young people. I mean real support. And this is what we really want to achieve. Therefore, if you want to support this platform in any way, with your ideas, with your resourcefulness, you are more than happy to do so. And it's been wonderful having you, Mr. Peter Enimil.
Thank you. It's been wonderful being.
Before I go, let me give some few mentions of our sponsor. This program is sponsored by Train to Inspire Consultancy, your business training and consulting firm. And as a business startup, and for all your business development and helping you to strategically position yourself in the marketplace. We also work with schools, especially tertiary institutions, especially final year students, to help manage their expectations and manage and expose the realities of life after school while they transition into the world. Also, P&Q Personnel, your #1 agency for hiring healthcare assistants and nurses based in the UK. ALS Global Shipping and Logistics, your transport, import, and export company based in Accra. ZPay Ghana Limited, your remittance and mobile money company based in Ghana. Kudi Support, that is your web or graphic design, app development, or social media management. Just contact Kudi Support. Then Wheels for Sure. Wheels for Sure says it doesn't matter your credit history. You can walk out of the garage with a car of your choice. You can't miss it with Wheels for Sure. They are really sorting a lot of people, especially in COVID season, where public transport is a risk and you need to drive, but the system says you cannot drive because of your credit history. Go to Wheels for Sure and they will sort you out. Once again, it's been wonderful having you. What is your last word to everyone that's watching you?
Be resourceful. The Africa we want depends on us. We are young. It doesn't matter your age. You're still young. So long as you're not dead, there's more hope for us. With you aboard the ship of Africa, the ship of developing Africa, and with your skill and your developments, we can turn Africa around. We can change the sun narrative on the Ghanaian footballer. We can change such preposterous narratives to something good, like, oh, this is Africa, the place we all want to be, the place we all want to be like, the place our continent should be like. We can change that narrative from the poverty-stricken continent to the place we must be. But it depends on you. It depends on me. Let's put our collective efforts together. Let's put our efforts together and collectively come up with something great for Mother Africa. 50 years from now, I would like to see a better Africa. What would you like to see? Something like I want to see. If you like to see like I want to see, then join me. Join us and join Oscar. Let's put together something great.
Wow. I've enjoyed every bit of it. But on Saturday, I've got a young man called Olayomi Kuki from Nigeria, based in London. Now, if you understand the meaning of passion, you need to watch it, because we are going to talk about how to sustain your passion 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
Because if you want to understand what passion is, you need to know that man. That man is the man that holds the word passion. The man is so passionate that 24 hours he works. He believes in what he's doing. He doesn't think about who is watching and who is not watching. He is the man you need to listen to. We are going to talk about passion, because the word passion is in the pocket of that man. The word passion is the pocket of Olayomi. That man is so passionate, that is so infectious, that every time I see him, I just go back to do whatever I've stopped doing. That is the man you need in your life. And these are the kind of people we bring on this show. Why? Because their stories will inspire you for you to get to where you want to be. It's been wonderful having all of you spending your Thursday with us. And it's been wonderful having you, Peter. We will see you Saturday, 7 p.m. GMT.
Okay.
And UK, 8 p.m. British Summer Time. If you are in the United States, it's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Time. You cannot afford to miss Saturday. It's going to be an amazing discussion. God bless you, and see you on Saturday. Bye-bye.
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think. Believe, yes, I believe. You say,
I believe that you are able to do exceedingly abundantly, far above all I could ask or think.
I am so excited because the Step Out TV shows are back live on T2I TV. And for those who don't know, Step Out is a series of interviews and motivational segments designed to bring the best out of you and your business. Therefore, we have the following TV programs. Our first TV program, which is our flagship program, dubbed Step Out with Oscar Bimpong, is designed to interview consultants, experts, talented people, and those doing exceptionally well in their communities. The second one is Step Out SME Focus. This is where we interview business owners and showcase their products and services. The third one is Step Out Youth Impact Zone. This is where we interview young people succeeding against all odds to serve as an inspiration to other young people. And the last one is Step Out Authors Corner. And this is where we interview authors to share what their book is about to the world. Join us every week at 7 p.m. GMT. Like T2I TV on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel. To advertise or for further information, do WhatsApp +44 759 1152 983 or +233 55 580 3924 or email info@traintoinspire.com. T2I TV. We engage, educate, enlighten, and empower.